Hey, thanks for tuning into our video here today. I am Jason Church. I am the owner of Tactical Sports Gear, and what we're wanting to do today is take a look at the size of one of our Garmin watches, particularly the Fenix 7, also the 7S and the 7X, and we're wanting to kind of do a comparison of those. We get a lot of customers who will message us and say, hey, I got the Fenix 7X and it's just a little too big for me. I got the 7S, it's a little too small for me. Or what I like to call the Goldilocks version, the 7. I got that and it's too small or too big. So I wanted to kind of give a real life on the wrist comparison so you guys could take a look and see what it looks like on the wrist of someone. And I'm going to also compare that to the Apple Watch and the Samsung Galaxy, a couple of watches you may be more familiar with and actually have already. So I'm going to start off by showing you an Apple Watch and just what it looks like on my wrist. I'm about 6 foot, just under 6 foot, and just north of 200, about 230, and so I'm working on that part. But that's my current size, and I would say that my wrist and my hands are about an average size for someone of my size, maybe on the small side. So just to kind of give you a comparison, and you can kind of factor that as you're taking a look. So that's what an Apple Watch looks like on me, and then I'm going to start off with our 7. Which I would say, and this is it in white. Obviously, the colors are going to kind of make things look a little different, but I have a little bit of a variety of colors to help us kind of take a look at that. But this is the 7, and that's what it looks like on my wrist. I would compare it pretty close. It's slightly bigger than the Apple Watch, especially in the height. Of the it's in diameter, it's pretty close. I'm also going to go ahead now. I would say that the Samsung Galaxy, and I think this is like the original version of the Samsung Galaxy. I honestly don't know a lot about Samsung Galaxies, to be honest with you. This is just an extra one that I had. That Fenix 7 that I just had on, I would say is almost identical to the Samsung Galaxy. Very, very close, if not identical in size. I'd say the screen size is a little bit smaller on the Samsung Galaxy, so you're going to get a little bit bigger screen on the Fenix 7. But as far as how it feels, it looks and feels on the wrist. So I'm going to jump back down to the Fenix 7S. And one thing about this one, if you have any bigger wrists than mine, the actual band is not going to fit you very well. So that's where this one really differs. The size of the watch, I would say, is it's just under the Apple Watch. And in terms of height, it's actually a little bit thicker, and fits a little bit bigger because of the thickness. It fits a little bit bigger on the wrist, I would say. But again, this band is gonna keep you from being able to wear it if you're any bigger than I am. If your wrist is any bigger than mine. So that's the 7S, and then finally we have the 7X, and this is the big boy right here. This is the largest one. And I believe the diameters on this, if it helps you at all, I believe this one is 51, and then I believe it's 47 millimeters, and then 42 millimeters for the 7S. So that's how that looks on my watch. Honestly, even though it's the largest one, it definitely looks bigger than the 7. Definitely fits. It covers my whole wrist pretty much. But again, I am a slightly smaller, I would say, for my size. So your wrist might be a little bit bigger, and it may look a little different on you. Definitely have plenty of room in the band on this one. The band size on this one and the 7 are identical in terms of length. The thickness of the band is where it varies between the 7X and the 7. And then of course the 7S, the length of that band is again quite a bit smaller. So I hope that helps you guys. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put the Apple Watch on just as a comparison, so you guys can, after looking at all the rest of those bands, you can kind of get a comparison of that and just kind of see what that looks like. So I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions, always feel free to message us, and we'd be happy to help you out with whatever questions you have. Thanks a lot. Again, this is Jason Church with Tactical Sports Gear. Have a great day.